In this video, we're going to get into the basics of masking. First thing is I downloaded a video from Pexels.com, and again, I don't know the composition settings, so I'm just going to hit new composition from footage and I'll find that clip. And here I have my video that I have downloaded. If you want to view it in larger, just click over here and hit fit, and then now you're viewing it in a larger view. So it is viewing it at 48.8% and it came in at 25. So I'm just zoomed into it a little bit more. Go over to your clip at the bottom, make sure that it's selected, and then over at the top here, you can hold down on the rectangle tool and you have a bunch of different options. I'm going to use the ellipse tool for just to start off, and I'm going to create a shape and that will mask out everything. So if you hold shift, you'll get a perfect circle, and if you don't hold shift, you'll get an oval. So as you can see here, I have masked out the llama and the background has now become black. This stage of the background settings is black, and that's why you are just seeing this guy. If I use my selection tool, I can double click and I can adjust it. I can move my handles out. I can change the shape of it. I can make my mask larger. And that's pretty much it for just creating a simple mask. So I'm just gonna delete it now. And I just hit backspace on my keyboard or delete, and it deleted it that way. You could have also just clicked down here and deleted your mask. I'm going to now show you how you can make a mask and actually move the video behind it inside of the mask. So back up at the top, at the oval shape, I'm just going to make an oval and I want to center it. So I'll grab my move tool, select it, move it to the center. And now let's say this is not the part of the llama that I want to get. All I have to do is go up to the top and you'll see where it says pan behind. Click on this. And then you can go and double click and click inside here and move your video around. So this becomes really handy when you're trying to actually have your layer mask in a certain area on your composition and just manipulate your video that way. And now what I'm going to do is something a little bit different. I'm going to go back to the ellipse tool and holding shift, I'm just going to make a perfect circle. And right now it is set to add for my mask. If I wanted to hit subtract, it would be everything but that center. So right now I could actually underlay a different video here, and that video would go through this part right here. So whatever it is masking, this is the background, the stage. So let me just explain that a little bit further. Go to my composition settings, and if I change the background to blue, I think you'll see what's happening now. You can see that the background is being shown through. So the stage, the background color is blue. So that is what I'm seeing. I'm just going to go back to add for the time being. And now what I want to do is I'm going to add another circle. So the reason you're not seeing anything actually happening here is I have two masks. I have mask 1 and mask 2. The first one is set to add, and now the second one I can set to subtract, and I can actually see that it's being knocked out, it's being punched through. So I'll just delete both of these now. And so let's talk about the pen tool. The pen tool is widely used for creating masks, and I'm just going to make my selection. And if you want to adjust your tangent handles, you can always hold down the Alt or Option key. Right now it's a pretty rough mask, so I want to go in and do some adjustments here. If I toggle down my mask, I get a bunch of different options. I can hit my mask expansion, and I'm going to just be expanding my area. I can also adjust the opacity, which I won't do, but I'll show you. It is just going to be masking out your animal to kind of see what's in the background. So I'll just keep it at 100%. But I do want to adjust my mask feather. And that just kind of gives it a nicer blend. So what I want to do is go up to my composition settings and change my background back to black. And you'll see that this will blend a lot nicer now. So here I have the mask and it is fading into this black background. One thing to note is I've only made mask on this specific keyframe. So if you want to adjust it, you're actually going to have to work with your mask path. So the first thing is I'm just going to keyframe this and I'm going to toggle over, and you'll notice that my mask is not perfect anymore because the animal is moving. So I'm just going to adjust my mask path, and over on the pen tool, I'm going to hold that down and I want to hit the add point tool. So I'm just going to click and add a point and kind of move that up. And then I can even select the current points and move them around, add another point in here, maybe another one, extend it out, and maybe another point right here and extend that out. And it automatically made a keyframe here, so I can again go ahead and just extend them out if I want to. Right here I'll add another one and just extend that out. And if you wanted to, if there was one that just wasn't working, you could delete a point. So I could delete a point here, and it's just giving me this warning that deleting point or feathers from an animated mask path deletes them from all keyframes, which is fine because right now I'm just showing you how to actually just delete it. And so what that's saying is if I go back, it would actually delete that point from all previous masks. And also, if you're on your masks and you want to turn it off right here and you don't want to see this anymore, just click over here and it says toggle mask and shape path visibility, and you can turn it off and then you can turn it back on.